just going to have to repeat that work on this face. So there's the holes I've already cut. I'm going to turn my storage boxes back on so I can see them. I'm going to create a new sketch on the outside here. I'm going to hide all of the table stuff. I'm going to project this rectangle of the box onto here and say OK. I'm going to hide the storage boxes, grab a construction line, and we're going to go from this outside center to this center. We're going to grab two circles, turn off the construction lines, place them here anywhere, and we're going to say 0.9, enter, C for circle, draw another one, 0.9, enter, dimension from this one to the outside edge, and we're going to say 1 centimeter. We're going to dimension from this circle to this outside edge, and we're going to call that 1 centimeter. And then we're going to extrude this and this. We're going to turn on the table again, so we have something to extrude into. We're going to do a negative thickness, TH, enter, and one more enter to do it. Now we're going to create a sketch on the bottom of one of these circles. We're going to project the other circle onto our sketch, so we have something to work with. C for circle. We're going to click on here, and we're going to call this 0.3, enter. And over here, we're going to do this one. It's going to be 0.3, enter. We're going to extrude this one and that one, the little circles, and we're going to go on negative thickness, TH, enter, times 2, enter. And then we're going to turn our storage boxes back on, look at it from this side here, from the left side. We're going to create a new sketch in the inside of this hole right there. See how we got the big rectangle for the outside storage box? We're going to create a sketch there. We need to project this inner circle and this inner circle so we can see where it is. Click OK. Hide all the table parts again. This is just the storage box. And we're going to make another circle, so C for circle on inside here, and this one we're going to do 0.2, enter, C for circle, 0.2, enter. We're going to extrude this, and I want to say we did 1.2, so negative 1.2 centimeters. Maybe I'll come up here and look at it from the top. Hide the two top pieces so we can just see the bottoms, and yep, so that works great. Click OK, and we've cut those holes. So now we have the holes cut in the two sides, or the two storage boxes and the sides of our table. That is all done. We need to put up a divider. So when you're playing the game, there needs to be a divider across the midpoint here and here. To do that, we will simply create another sketch on the inside of one of the legs. We're going to hide all of the table. So this is the inside of the leg. You can see where the this is where the bottom of the tabletop is. So we're going to create a rectangle kind of in the middle-ish here. And we're going to do this, make rectangle 1 thickness thick. And we're going to do it 3 centimeters tall. So tab, well, let's do it 4 centimeters tall, enter. Now we haven't placed this well, so I'm going to do a few things here. First of all, I need to find the middle of this leg. So I'm going to use a construction line. I'm going to come up here to wherever it says, I should get my midpoint tool. There it is right there. That's the midpoint of it. I'm going to drag it straight down to this origin here. I'm going to actually hide my storage boxes so I don't have to they don't get in the way. Zoom in again, and notice how my rectangle's not centered yet. So I'm going to come here and do create, and I'm going to do a point. I'm going to find the midpoint of my rectangle and click it, and then do a coincidence tool and say, hey, line up the midpoint anywhere on this line. Now I need to make this bar even with the bottom of, I gotta find them first. Here, let me do a project and see if we can't see these. So let me turn the table back on. And I'm just going to turn off everything but the left side, which is what I'm looking at. So make sure it's correct. Yep. I'm just going to project out this bottom. This is where the bottom of the playing surface. So I'm going to project that line out. And then I'm going to go back, turn on all my table pieces again, but then turn off the whole folder. And I'm going to zoom in here and say I want to make this line collinear with that line. When I flatten out, you can kind of see it. That was a lot, but what that did, that gave me the side of a rectangle that goes all the way across. So I'm going to do E for extrude. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to turn on, in my table folder, I'm going to turn the left and the, whoops, I'm going to turn them all back on, and then turn off everything with the left and the right side. Zoom out so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to extrude to an object, and I'm going to extrude to this face. And there's my new piece. I'm not going to join, I'm going to do a new body and click OK. And I just made a new body called Body 12. I'm going to call this Brace, because this is the piece that's going to brace the two sides together. I do need to build a few tabs into this piece, so I need to have a couple tabs that go into that side, a couple into that side, and a few into the bottom of the table. So let's get those built real fast. I'm going to build this right here. I'm going to turn off my table folder, so I just have this. And I'm going to come over here, and on the outside of this piece, I'm going to come down to the bottom and just drag a little rectangle. I want this to be thickness, just one thickness thick, tab over, and 1.5 looks good. Enter, and that's good for that side. Well, let's put another one up here and do this one as, let's just do it as thickness on the top, and then one there. And then I'm going to go over to this side and just do the same thing, 1.5 and 1. So quick rectangle, bottom here, and this is going to be 1.5 tall. Tab, thickness wide, enter, one more up here, I'm going to click here, drag out to the side, and this top one is going to be, oops, thickness, tab, and 1 centimeter, enter. Awesome. Now I just need a few tabs in this top one. There's going to be several of them, so I'm going to actually do them as a repeating pattern. So I'm going to create just one of them, and that's going to be thickness as well, tab, and this is going to be 1.5 maybe. I want to center this, so I'm going to midpoint this with the whole side, and then I'm going to do a quick create rectangular pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and then I'm going to drag it to the right and say I want it to be symmetric, and I'm just going to add a couple extra in. 5 should do the trick. You don't need a ton of these. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to leave this space here. It's going to make it easier to assemble later if I don't have it all the way to the edge. And maybe I'm going to do 7 actually. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, so click OK. And now I'm just going to extrude these. So E for extrude, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Again, take your time. Clicking on these make life easier. And it thinks I want to go forward, but I want to go backwards. So instead of positive thickness, I'm going to go negative. TH, enter. And it's going join, so everything should be good. That's that center piece. Okay, I'm going to turn all of the table back on. And I need also the playing surface. Now I need to cut all the holes in this piece, the playing surface, and the left side piece. To do that, I'm just going to do combine. The target, I'm going to start by cutting this side piece. My tool body is here. Keep tools is checked. Okay. Repeat that, cutting the top with this brace piece. Okay. I'm going to flip it over here. I'm going to cut this piece, the side piece with the brace piece, and okay. And now when I hide the brace, you can see I have all the holes cut in there for it. It is ready to rock and roll. Assembling this will be a bit of a nuisance, but you'll be able to get it, I hope. All right, all of that is good. My storage boxes are all good. Whoops. Turn the brace back on, left and right piece back on. I think we're nearing completion. Okay, that's it. So now we've designed it. Now we just need to break it down, and we'll do that in the next video. Awesome job. Keep it up.